Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Upper 9T podcast. We have Tori, Taylor, and Taylor. Lots of double names on our team. This is just one of the many that you'll hear about on our podcast. We just wanted to start this, kind of get to know you guys. You guys get to know us, have a little, piece of our day, piece of our week, check in, see what's going on, learn more about us as people, not just as athletes on the field. I know we're super excited. I mean, we were saying that we can look back on this when we're older and just remember all of like the memories we had here and like a little mini diary of our life, which is pretty beautiful. So we're excited to get to know you guys. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm Taylor Bryan. I am a freshman for Virginia Tech women's soccer. So this is my first season here. A little bit about me. I am from Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, and I'm majoring in criminology this year. So yeah, that's a little bit of me. I'm really excited to be on this podcast with these two. Absolutely love them to death. So yeah.
I'm the other Taylor Bryan. I'm a forward. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Excited for this podcast. Little insights on me. I love animals. I like desserts, and I love soccer.
Love that.
I agree with,
and we're excited too because what was that?
I was gonna say I agree with everything she said. I love all three of those things too.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Tori. I'm a forward junior on the team. And basically, all you need to know about me is that I like cats. I like all animals, actually, but I have a cat. I love yoga and I love my teammates.
Nice.
All right. And now we're ready to go.
Okay.
So, what's another segment we have?
Taylor's going to be well, we're all going to be reviewing foods around here in Blacksburg because we love food. Who doesn't? And we don't have food currently, but however, for the next few episodes, we will be going over at least once an episode our favorite food of the week and to give it some reviews.
Yeah, so this week's segment that we're going to do, since obviously they're in Blacksburg right now, but I'm not, we're just going to go over our Chipotle orders because that's a very popular place. I know a lot of people in Blacksburg go there. I go there a couple times a week. So maybe I'll just start us off with mine because I like my order. So I get white rice, steak, corn. I get extra sour cream on mine because I like sour cream, and cheese and lettuce. And then I used to be a chips and guac girl, but I think now because I'm a queso connoisseur, but I never really respected Chipotle's queso. But I had it the other day and I actually really liked it. So I might change it up and get queso now. So yeah, that's my order.
Do you get it in it or on the side?
Oh, on the side. I feel like queso can only be used as a dip. I've never really gotten it like on any of my food. I feel like you just have to have it as a dip. It's its own separate food category, you know?
She's a connoisseur.
She's a connoisseur. There we go.
Well, I'll go because mine's quick. I'm not the biggest Chipotle gal. Unpopular opinion. So honestly, when I go there, I get a quesadilla, chicken, but it is really good. So that's my order.
I get, well, actually, honestly, I used to be a bowl girl, but then I tried a burrito and I've never went back. So I get a burrito with either chicken or steak, the tomatoes, the mild stuff, lettuce, cheese, and either guacamole or queso, depending on how I'm feeling.
In it?
Yeah, in it or
that
on
sounds
the side.
Good. I think. Have you ever tried it inside of it?
All over
no. Here's my thing. I feel like if you're a big Chipotle person, because there's like those really big like diehard Chipotle fans, like you have a consistent order and you stick with it. Like I know a lot of my friends stick with it, but then there's people like you, Tori, that just like go and then you get like a quesadilla, which is like, and like,
well, that's because you love it. I love Subway. I will never change my Subway order.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. When you go to a place consistently, your order will stay the same. That's like kind of how I feel about it. So, I mean, I did switch up getting chips and guac to chips and queso. So, like, maybe I'll put queso on my bowl next time, but it's pretty doubtful, honestly. Who knows?
We'll see throughout the episodes.
Yeah, that'll be a taste test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll add it onto my order. Yeah. All right. Well, Taylor, do you want to get into the next segment that we have? We're talking about our off season, what it's like for us right now.
Vibe check.
Okay.
Yep. Off season.
Postseason vibe check. You know, uh, finals right now, I feel like are a big thing for all of us. I just literally finished mine I had one at 2:05, and then
Yeah, she just had one.
just had one. Hopefully it went well, but yeah, I mean, after having a pretty great season, I mean, we have our optional lifts. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm really just chilling. I'm really just letting like my body rest,
Yeah,
like
me too.
because we're gonna get into it in the spring again. So I'm just really trying to let my body rest, and I'll get back into it when I get home. But once school is done.
Yeah, I think
I'm
for
done.
me it's like different. This is like my first like ever off season in college. So I'm like kind of confused on how to approach it because like I know a lot of people were saying like the spring is obviously hard and stuff. So I think right now, I mean, I'm just like, I don't know, figuring my stuff out because I've like haven't had school in a while, and it's been weird like being at school and not being an athlete. you
Yeah.
know,
For
It's weird.
sure.
Yeah, you just have to be consistent. You can't wait until 2 weeks before you come to start running because that does not go very well
Sounds like personal.
from personal experience. So if I can give any advice, that's what I have.
Awesome.
I mean, honestly, like my only advice to you, I feel like,
Oh, we could have like an advice thing.
oh yeah,
Like our like we give advice to
yeah. You give a nice.
Sorry.
Well, you'll be a freshman much longer, but I
Yeah.
mean, the best
Yeah.
advice I feel like I could give this spring, like, although it's gonna, like we say, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Like, there's nothing that's ever going to be easy about it. Like, you know what I mean? So really, just attack it. We're all gonna be struggling together. I know attacking is a sensitive topic word that we'll get into later. But,
Oh yeah, we will.
yeah, but nonetheless, like, just know that everybody around you is also like dying. Like,
Yeah.
if you think you're hurting, like just be like, you know what, we'll get through more reps. I see somebody on their knees to the next meet. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be
No,
fine.
it's a bonding experience.
It really is. And I think
Yes.
it's 1 hour of pain. It's 1 hour pain.
Yeah.
You go home, you chill with your friends.
You feel accomplished?
Speaking of bonding with
yeah.
military training, I feel like for me that was the biggest bonding experience we had as a team. Even though it was very physically demanding, I feel like I was never felt closer to you guys after that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give the audience some background. So military training was basically something that it was a 2-day thing. It was a 2-day thing.
Yeah.
Preseason.
First thing we did. First thing we did.
Even started.
Yeah, that was y'all's like introduction.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, we
welcome.
were there all summer, so like,
Oh
but,
yeah,
like, that was introduction for sure.
Like I didn't know what I was really getting myself into. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew that it wasn't gonna be something that was easy. If you'd like to start off how the indoor turf was for the first day.
I've never felt my core like so defined. I literally probably had a 6-pack at the time because like, and I learned maybe I need to work on my core more because we were like holding it and like we also had to call out everything. So it was like we were learning about military as well. So like we have someone commanding us like on our team and we had to follow like in line with them and like they would call it out and we would have to like, and nobody could drop like nobody like
they're calling out like exercises, by the way. So like when she says like
flutter kicks.
Yeah, like we're flutter kicks, push-ups, mountain climbers. Yeah, a whole bunch of exercises. And like people are shouting. Like everybody's shouting.
The first day was like a 5-hour event too. Like we were there for
both days, kinda.
Yeah, the second day I was honestly kind of like delusional because it was like 5 a.m. So I was like,
oh yeah, walking across the like lane parking lot.
Yeah, but I feel like for the first day, like explaining it was just a lot of like discipline. I think the way that they were trying to make it, like we did a lot of like I would say the exercise were physically demanding, but the hardest thing for me was like when you're tired, being able to like stay engaged with like what's going on because you have to keep repeating it. And if you messed up, like they would make you start from the beginning. So I feel like it was just I don't know, it was like a lot to think about. But I mean, at the end of it, looking back, like it was an experience.
For sure. I'll never forget about that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't.
You want to explain the second day, Taylor, what we did?
Okay, so just some background before we went into the second day. Probably like the biggest red flag of what I knew we were getting into is when one of the military captains, Captains is what we'll call it. Captains, leaders, coaches.
Leaders is good. Leaders.
Yeah, leaders is a good term. They asked who was aquatically challenged. I've never even heard something used in that statement before. So I wasn't even sure if I was somebody who he was really talking to. But moral of the story, it's probably like 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
5
where
a.m. 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. We're at Macoma's pool. We're at Macoma's pool. All of us were in our spandex. We have crew necks.
Oh yeah,
a whole
we
back,
did.
a whole
We
backpack.
gotta talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, and the same exercises that we did in the turf were now combined with some water exercise as well. Meaning, you picture a whole pool, and there's end to end, and there's two groups. Our whole team split up into two groups, and each group is on each end, and we do the exercises, count them out, and then have to swim across the entire thing, hop out of the pool, then do those same exercises. And I honestly think we did that for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And
it was never
the
ending.
amount of water I swallowed, the amount of tears that happened.
Yeah,
it was.
Well, and Taylor, what's that you're saying? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, and like for reference, like we have a 35-person team. Like we have a lot of players, and like this pool wasn't that big, but like I feel like when we were going back and forth, like I was like on top of people swimming for my life when I was exhausted, and like oh, that was just a lot.
Well, and like you were saying with the like discipline thing, it's like now we thought yesterday was hard, but now today we're doing the exact same thing, but in between sprints across the pool deck and sweaty clothes or
not even
wet
sprints,
clothes.
Not even sprints, something that we're used to.
Yeah.
Not even sprints.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Yeah. Swimming. That was the hardest thing for me, because I was like, I always had respect for like swimmers and stuff, but like after that day, I have never respected a sport like more in my life. For people that can wake up and do that for a sport every day, absolutely not. Like that was too much.
They also wake up early for it.
That's casual times.
Yeah, that's the norm.
That's a normal day for them, and we're out here like struggling, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah,
that was something else.
You were backstroking it. That was really impressive.
I was a swimmer actually, so I did swim team for like 8 years. Broke a record once. It's probably broken back by now. It was a like relay team. Yeah. Well, I did like summer swim to like keep fit in the summer. So I do have swimming experience.
That makes sense.
So that was beneficial for me, but it was still extremely difficult.
If you could picture it, it's basically literally everybody like dog paddling, swimming for their life, and then Tori Powell just gracefully.
Yeah,
I would not describe it in that way.
Oh my God. Let me add another thing.
That's
you guys,
Avery and Aaliyah, we were talking about running earlier, and they were like, "You just run like a gazelle, like a deer," and I was like,
"Everything you do is great."
I disagree.
No, everything you do is great. Like, people will literally be like,
yeah, it's
trying
like
to grab the air. And
you look like you're not sprinting, yet you're like blowing by people, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, and I've watched myself play too, and I'm like, I look like slow. Like it's like it just looks
you look like it, but then like when you're just blowing by people, so it's just like I don't understand.
It's like you just gotta walk by people.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, next topic.
What is the next topic? What is the next segment?
Oh, we have our inspirational quote of the week.
Oop, oop, oop. Take it away.
That is me. So actually, a fun fact about me, like I feel like other people don't know this, is like I actually like really am into inspirational like quotes and motivation, like reading about it. I don't know why. I just feel like for me, words can like change your whole day around, like change your perspective. So I feel like that's why I would want to add this into our podcast, because I feel like just hearing something positive in your day, no matter like if you're having a bad day or a good day, like it can always help to just hear something else. So the one that I found today was train your mind to see the good in everything. Positivity is a choice. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts.
I like.
So just
so true. So true.
Okay, so break that down for us though. Like, what does that quote mean to you?
In my opinion, what it means to me, like I know like sometimes negative thoughts can like take over things. I know, especially like relating it to athletics, like if you have a bad game or a bad practice, I know like sometimes I can get in my head and then it can affect like the way I play. So like for the first part, like training my mind to see like the good in things, like if I just train my mind to think of something positive about it. Like, yeah, I might have had a bad game or a bad practice, but like think back to like when I like scored a good goal in one of the games, or like I scored a good goal in practice. I think just like training your mind to like reverse those negative thoughts and like find something good about it is just something that you should definitely focus on like implementing. And positivity is a choice. I think you can choose how you think. I know you can't always choose how you think, but I think if you just have something negative in your mind and you choose to find the positive in things and find the positives in life, then you'll just find joy in that. And like the last part, it says the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Like, I think however you think about things is how you're going to feel about things. So regardless if you're thinking about yourself in a bad way as a person, as a player, as a teammate, like if you just find a way to change your thoughts around and implement that into those negative thoughts, then you'll be set and you'll change it into positivity and happiness. So yeah.
Go off. I'm listening to that every morning.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
I love that. That goes into like the glass half empty.
Mm-hmm.
No, glass half full. Glass half full mindset.
Yeah. That's a
cut that.
Yeah. Do you guys have any like quotes do you guys live by, or like sayings that you live by?
I have a tattoo on me.
Oh, what is it? That's a good one.
It's similar too.
Oh, actually?
Yeah. Well, I have "See the Good," which is exactly what you just said, on my arm. And
basically, my tattoo is a Maya Angelou quote, and it's basically like whether it's good or bad, what happens to me, like I won't be reduced by it. Like I won't let that make me smaller than who I am, even if it's something that's negative.
Yeah, I love that. Wait, speaking of, I feel like all of us kind of do it and people on our team do it. And I was thinking about it kind of going into like stuff with our team, like our pregame rituals. I know like a lot of times we write things on ourselves that mean something to us. Like I know for me, like I write my aunt's name on my wrist because like she motivates me when I'm playing. Like, do you guys write anything on you that like is special and like motivates you when you're playing?
So I put my granddad and my nana who have passed on my arm because I like to play for them and have them there, and I just know that they're supporting and watching.
Yeah,
that's sweet. I have AO1, which is just audience of one, and that's just the Lord. He's the only person that's watching, or that really matters who's watching. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
those are great. So I mean, we're gonna wrap up here with our last thing. It kind of goes along with what we were just like talking about, positivity. Talking about our week, Rosebud Thorn.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So Taylor, do you want to explain to us what that is?
Okay. Rosebud and Thorn. I actually just learned this today. I'm a highs and lows girl, but yeah. Rosebud, Thorn. So best thing that happened this week will be the rose. Bud will be what I'm looking forward to. And then what was the low light of the week will be the thorns.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so let's hear it.
Okay.
What are yours?
Start us off.
The best thing that's happened to me, if I was to talk about, are we talking about this semester or this week? This week? This week overall, best thing that happened to me. I'm gonna just say waking up. Waking up is the best. That's something that I'm looking for. I can't really, with finals and whatnot, I didn't get grades back, so I can't really be extremely excited for that. But I am looking forward to seeing what I get on my finals. So I could say that'll be my bud. And then thorns. I don't really think I have a low. I don't think I had a low this week. I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
I won't really say I've had a low.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Okay. Rose, something good this week. Actually, so I have a cat. You'll come to know that very easily. And I've had her since she was a kitten. When she was a kitten and I would get in the shower, she's like super attached to me. So she like doesn't like when I'm like gone. So she would jump at the top of the like shower rod and I would like hold her for like 5 minutes and I would like put her down, like whatever. And that probably stopped like a good couple months ago. And randomly this week, twice, I used to like kind of get annoyed by it because then I'd have to start like honestly allowing extra time to shower for her to have those moments. And this week she jumped up there twice so that I could do it again. And honestly, it's probably because I've been so busy this week. But that was honestly that was a long explanation, but that was my rose. Looking forward to going home, seeing my fam, which is I'm probably leaving tomorrow. Apparently there's a snowstorm. And my thorn is very sad. Finding out that my sweet puppy at home has cancer. So that was definitely a big thorn this week. We had a big thorn this week.
I feel like fur babies are like so important, you know.
Right? And like he's like my pup, like this is my first dog.
That's
yeah.
solid.
Yeah. And his name's Striker, and we're all strikers. Jeez.
Oof.
Wow. Ironic. Wow.
All right, Taylor, we gotta get yours though. Rosebud.
All right. So my rose would probably be like coming home. Honestly, like the little things, like seeing my dogs again, my brother, my siblings, and my family all together. I miss them a lot. And sleeping in my own bed, because in the dorms, I have this small twin-sized bed, and just having my big bed back has been probably the rose of the week. I've been sleeping. So yeah, my bud, something I'm looking forward to this week is honestly just like continuing to see my friends. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of them in a while, and just like seeing people again, I'm really excited for that. And my thorn of this week would probably be the 4-hour drive home that I took on Sunday, because I was really tired, and I feel like driving by yourself is so boring. I didn't realize I've made that drive like a bunch of times, but I've always had people with me. But when I was doing it by myself, I was going crazy. I went through like 6 playlists, 3 podcasts. So if any of you guys are driving home and listening to this right now, I hope we kept you company, you know, because podcast got me through that. Yeah,
you'll get there soon.
You're almost there. Final stretch.
Yeah, you had a bad last drive. I remember that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 7 hours. Yeah, when we came back for Thanksgiving break. Yeah, and my like the 4-hour drive, like it's fine. Like it's 4 hours, like a good amount. But the traffic on 81 was insane because of break. So it turned into a 7-hour drive. We were on back roads, stuck in traffic for like 45 minutes at a time, with no movement, no music at some points because there was no internet. So yeah, I mean, nothing can get worse than that. So I can't really complain, I guess, about that.
Yeah, and I just remember opening up my phone at one point in the day, and you like had started your drive, and then it was like 7 hours later, and you had like just arrived. I was like, oh,
yeah, I know.
That
was brutal. That was a long day. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was crazy. All right, guys. So that was it for our first podcast for Upper 90. Thank you guys so much for listening along with us about our crazy stories of preseason, our famous quotes, and all of our fun banter together. But we just can't wait to let you guys get to know us more as student athletes and as people, and just create a community for you guys. And so we're going to be available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. There's going to be a new podcast every week. And so make sure that you guys keep showing out and subscribing and supporting us. And also, if you own a business and you would like to promote it on our platform, you can reach out to Sons of Saturday or to us and let us know if you guys have any ideas. Also, we have an Instagram right now. It's upper90_pod. We're working on the Twitter, but we'll definitely be getting that up soon. We'll post updates, drop the links for you guys and everything. But yeah, to close it out, I'm Taylor, and
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Tori.
And this is the Upper 90 podcast.